each possession matters. He's won a national championship. He understands that at this point of the season, in the NCAA tournament, you win or you go home. We need to have as many possessions as possible. Prime example on that offensive play.
KJ Adams, he's the hub of the wheel for the Jayhawks. Here's Harris rolling with Adams on the lob. Walsh, 4 points. Secured another offensive rebound for Arkansas. 8.5 to go. Adams free, and Adams with a two-handed dunk.
Opponent. Hence, you don't pick up some of those fouls early that gets a team or your opponent, Kansas opponent, into the penalty, which then brings the foul line or free throws into play.
4-point Kansas lead. Harris looking for Adams. What an athletic catch.
Particularly on the post if you can.
Kansas by 1 with the ball. Wilson to McCullough. Back to the top and Adams. Everybody getting a touch here. Grady Dick kicks it. 10 to shoot now. Adams taking out Johnson. Adams is fired. And it goes. In front. Jimmy, we've had 3 ties and 7 lead changes. The biggest lead of the game was Kansas at 6.
Let's keep our eye too with Wilson out of the game. Beautiful once again inside of the interior pass.
Adams gets a deflection. Here's Settle now. He hasn't missed yet. Settle hangs short. Brady did with a rebound. Ron Harris looking up top. And Adams again. Oh, the lobs are killing it.
4% from behind the three-point line, able to knock it in.
Harris, little floater. No, there's Adams with the offensive board and the putback. And 1. KJ. Another chance here. The lefty Dockery cannot hit it. McCullough comes out of the pack. Kansas always ready to run. They play small and they play fast. And they are tearing up Howard in training. We knew we were going to take our lumps, but we had to get the culture right. Entered into this program, it was bare. The cupboard was bare. There was very little film, the resources, uniforms even. It was all scarce. And they built it. Just signed a big deal with Nike. And this figures to me, they've gotten a number of big recruits here in the last couple of years. And McCurr, remember, too. And so it feels like this is a program that is going to continue to build. And let's not look past the whole thing as well. Another lob from the Jayhawks. Adams on the receiving end.
For 12 against TCU, just 5 points.
Now breakdown defensively there in special situations.
KJ Adams able to answer with the bucket. Wilson looking, probing at the basket. KJ Adams there. And he puts it on.
Concourse areas. Just beautiful. I love doing the game there. The people care. They care so much about the program.
I'll tell you, Texas has moved into a beautiful new arena, the Moody Center. Wilson, kick out to Harris.
She real no rhythm at all offensively.
None.
Really, no play. Should be good.
Really nice. I got to get back to calling this game now. I will.
Harris going left side, finds Adams. And there's that pocket pass. Adams inside and 1.
He knows how to attack all 5 defenders in pick and roll, and that's what he does. Watch the lob here. They had it. Look at that.
The other way. KJ. Yeah, they tried the lob, but Wilson sniffed it out, intercepted. Yesufu, bounce pass. Yeah, with that free throw, back to a 7-point game.
Pressure. 1-2-2.
It's a hard team to press. They just got so many guys that can handle it.
Exactly, especially their big guy, their power forward, Wilson.
Harris inside finds Adams. And that little jump hook will go.
Behind the arc.
Stevenson. Brady Dick the rebound. He's a good rebounder, Fran.
Yes, he is. And they bring everybody who rebounds the ball is allowed to bring it in transition. Wilson will do it. Dick will do it. Usually McCullough as well.
Here's Harris now. Harris, the guy that gets their offense going as a distributor. Adams was contested. He wanted a foul.
There's no basketball except his team, a little bit of ACC, and then he watches Gunsmoke before he goes to bed.
So he's not watching us right now.
No, he's not. No way.
KJ Adams plus 10.
There it is.
And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, nice little play, too.
Harris finds Adams off the glass, and good. And a foul.
Watch the vision here and hope he can get you 25 and a half.
Dick finds KJ Adams. And
It's getting going a little bit. KJ on the pick and rolls.
Harris gets it to McCullough, and then that one knocked away, but it ends up with Wilson. Adams inside and puts it in. KJ Adams. Stevenson with Adams popping out. Adams shot clock winding down. And a rebound falls into the hands of Grady Dick. Kevin McCullough. Oh, look at the Adams throw. Texas would be a 2 seed. Baylor lost today. This is Joe Lunardi, as of now, has passed, and then this season with Jalen Wilson a chance to be Big 12 Player of the Year.
Hey, what about Walker Stone? I've always felt that he's been really taken for granted. He was such a dominant force in the NBA. Just ask Kareem, just ask Bill Russell. He had to play against him. He was TCU and have this for the Big 12, sharing the title with Kansas. Wow.
Adams books a jumper.
Stronger body, bigger and athletic, and you saw the length. Dribbled up right, went left, and was able to finish very strong at the rim. He's a load going downhill.
Tech's been playing a little smaller. They took A-back out of the game, but he's already back at the scorer's table, ready to check back in with Pop Isaacs, the next dead ball. Shot clock's down to 4. 3, Adams. It didn't get it, and it says so to John Higgins.
Well, I think official Keith Kimball made the right call.
So a minute.
City on ESPN. I'll tell you, that Caitlin Clark is something to watch.
She can shoot it.
Whew.
Adams trying to get by a Okonkwo, takes it right to the rim. Has picked up where he left off Monday night, and Monday night was his best game as a Mountaineer.
They've got to look to him more consistently. There have been a few times in this half he's had a guy on his back on a block, and they've missed him. He's really talented, just a versatile scorer.
Patrick Subnik has checked in for West Virginia. The lob from Harris to Adams. Mitchell gets enough space to launch the 3. Big outlets for Harris. Jawan kicks it to Adams for the flush. Harris. Adams. Now Adams is hobbling his output.
This building right now has cramped vibes, no doubt about it.
23 for Stevenson, 16 here in the second half. So you add the extra point with the 3 for Dick. It's a 71-68 now. 7.
You know, a guy who has shot it really well from 3. He's got 50 points in their last 2 games. 3 prior to that, he had 16 total. He can be very hot and cold.
Harris finds Adams.
What you love about TCU is they have as deep a bench as any team in this league. You got to let Mike Miles shoot those shots. And Mike can make them.
Preseason Conference Player of the Year in the Big 12, an award that more than likely going to go to Jalen Wilson. The lob there.
Play in a space like this to have all of these fans, do it. Don't forget it. Beautiful. Live in the moment. All right. Well, there's a good moment on cue. KJ gets
basketball game, but the pressure on the ball has been excellent.
Pryor short. Harris for Kansas. Ahead to Adams.
make a play after making that catch.
George left it short. Pettiford in transition. Adams lays it in. Points for them late in the game.
Those last 3 games, he's averaging 20, and he's shooting 50% from the field.
McCullough gives it up. Adams corrals it, and nobody guards him. With predictable results.
Against this team is guard that 3-point line, because they can go crazy from 3 on you.
Right now, as well, they got to keep Flagler from getting to the rim. He's got 9 points, keeps driving to the basket. Adams around Chamwa Chachua, and an
Interesting. Kansas doubled Caleb Boone when he caught it in the block in Lawrence. Bill Self deciding not to do that tonight because it left a lot of open perimeter shooters.
Oklahoma State a much better shooting team since that time as well, with Newton on the floor. Inside Adams with a 2-hand flush.
It's good to get a dunk on the interior. This is going to be a battle of these front lines.
Grady Dick with the pass, and KJ Adams answers.
Good pass, good roll off that open side, that open ball screen.
Adams mid-range. Okay, KJ Adams hitting the jump shot.
You know, Caleb Boone has been catching it in that mid-post, even higher.
Boone, nice finish for KJ Adams. Oklahoma State contact there. Handoff, Adams mid-range hits it. Right. Some pressure here, Kansas. A little trouble, a little push there from Harris, it looked like. No whistle. Adams with the exclamation point. John Michael Wright, 3.
Wilson, and Wilson's great defensive. He just made a Jalen Wilson play. Steal, length of the court, get to the rim.
Usually on the best player offensively for Oklahoma.
Ooh, is it physical? How about that? I was going to say, only in the Big 12 is that not a foul.
From the elbow, Adams, little jumper's good.
I love Groves. He's such an important part of this team. He's right now working inside, but if he can stick a couple threes later, that could be the difference for the Sooners.
Bill can't stand him. That's all right. The NCAA tournament.
Yeah, when he's for Washington. Yes, Sabu also with 2 fouls. Goes inside for Adams. And he rolls it off the back of the iron. Sherfield alley-oop. That's pretty high.
Chest pass, you would have had a layup.
Oh.
Sabu sweeps it in. Adams off the glass, lays it in.
Boxes pushed up for Wilson, I think.
Harris off the screen by Wilson. McCullough high-low. Adams underneath.
Pretty adjustment, wasn't it?
Turn your head, throw your hand down.
Right.
That's the technique.
16 turnovers now for Oklahoma.
I looked at a little pin down.
They got a little confused on that.
Adams.
Not too easy.
Sioux spins on Grady Dick. McCullough comes over with the help defense, and with the quick hands creates another steal. He came over with both hands. A couple of shot fakes from Rice, but this time he's putting it up for real. Rebound corralled by Wilson.
Wilson does such a great job on the defensive boards. He is strong.
There's 2 points so far tonight for Wilson. The fewest points he has scored in a game this year is 11. They've all been double-figure scoring games. It's KJ Adams.
Down, just keep going and keep fighting. And you see a lot of that in
MJ Rice over the top. Adams finishes on the second attempt.
Grill. But he's trying to establish some toughness early in this building. And so far, I'd say so good.
Absolutely. 6 of their 9 points coming inside the painted area.
Now, Kansas, they've done what they wanted to do. They just haven't made shots, minus a turnover here or there.
They use 1 for 6 from the field. Adams, quiet stat. 25 teams and 3-1 against top 10 teams.
And this was supposed to be another one of those rebuilding years, and he's got the number 7 class in the country coming in. Some outstanding freshmen. Omaha Blue, McDonald's All-American, 6'8", forward, going to be a terrific player. There's that. Nicely done. Yep.
And what do they tell KJ? A bucket here. They have their largest lead of the game. Kuntz can't give it to him. Loose ball. Who wants it? McCullough's got it.
Kansas has ratcheted up that defense. McCullough, a big reason why. There you go.
KJ Adams.
Defensively, Gasson.
And Gasson missed several games with an ankle, but came back against Florida, had 9 points, couple of steals, gave some really good minutes.
Lob for Adams.
Against, I mean, Kansas already played, what, 10 quad one games? They're going to play another 9 or 10 before the season's over.
Tomlin's pass picked off. It's up ahead now for KJ Adams. He spins and stops it.
Rely on Johnson and Noel to ISO and score points every time down. They got to move the ball.
KJ Adams. McCullough pass over the top for Adams. Able to collect it and score.
That's just a little.
Anderson, Frederick, and Reeves, and then Toppin and Sheboy up front. That lineup, Jay. Wallace wasn't on the bench for long. He's back. KJ Adams, DeJuan Harris Jr. have returned for Kansas. Wilson off to a good start with 8. Finds Adams at the elbow, and he knocks it down over Sheboy.
Fouled. He got fouled there and still made it.
Adams already has a foul. They want to keep him on the floor as much as they can, even though he's an undersized 5. But he can do that. The short
Bobby Pettiford going in for the double. Then he recovers small out to Wallace. If that were McCullough, you're coming out with 6'7" and long arms recovering to Case and Wallace to try to bother that shot.
First made 3 of the game for the Cats. And a bucket at the other end. You know, Jake, 2 names we haven't said much at all. Grady Dick and C.J. Frederick. And that's because each of them is doing such a great job covering the other guy. They're both really talented players, but they're shutting each other down right now.
The backdoor look. Good pass. Boy, the backdoor look, and they need to go right into Sheboy.
Reeves misses the 3, and Dick the rebound for Kansas.
Right, when you've got Oscar Sheboy in the post, let him touch the ball. He's shown he'll pass it out. Pettiford bounces to Adams, who knocks it down.
I'm not sure. Has to kick it back out. Wheeler up too strong. And the rebound for Wilson.
And Kansas continues on the defensive glass.
Adams into the chest of Sheboy, and it goes.
Boy, what a separation.
Off the inbounds, a lob. And
shot clock under 10, Flagler. And Wilson the rebound. Here come the Jayhawks. Wilson, double teamed and trapped, needs some help. Feeds inside, and Adams a throwdown. Good fun.
Puts it on that deck pretty good. Can go either way. Ball indicating the defender was too small to guard him. It's become quite popular. It's a good thing you're not playing. No, big shot for
the two-on-1 right there. Igiola starting. They're playing without David Gasson, who was a great piece of the puzzle up front, but he's a couple weeks away.
He's missed now 6 straight with a right ankle injury. David Gasson, the Virginia Tech transfer. There's a feed for Adams, flips it up and in, and Kansas.
This week, and he said, it's not the physical defense that's important. You have to be physical on offense.
Adams got the step, puts it in on the Jayhawks. Noel got a step, regathered, couldn't put it home. Loose ball, and Kansas comes away with it.
Quick hands by Harris, otherwise Noel had one.
Adams inside and one. KJ.
But a good play.
Yeah, you like the awareness.
Put that in your playbook, coaches at home.
Harris lob.
Look at that catch.
And one.
What a catch.
Tomlin off the mark. Dick the rebound.
Well, without Keontae Johnson, nobody attacking the basket right now. He's going to sit with 2. And Kansas, as we said, has weathered the storm.
Yesufu gets it to Adams, who puts it in. 2 more for KJ Adams. So wants the process to be better.
Well, it makes them hard to guard now as they have 5 scorers on the floor. Look at this.
Adams again, and 2 more for KJ.
For 3. Well, how great has Cade Kalsher been? A defensive-minded player, but his offense terrific as of late. Speaking of terrific, for Jalen Wilson, he takes what the defense gives him. Shoots the ball well enough from 3 you have to respect. Has size where you can post. And you look at last game against Oklahoma. Good job getting to the line.
Knocks it down. Cyclones lead. Adams going to try to finish the half with the Jayhawks leading and beats the Cyclones lead.
Well, you had to wonder about Iowa State. A lot of guys that haven't played in this building, how would they respond? They've been more than impressive. Places, but not at Big 12 level. I mean, Eastern Kentucky, Denver, the 2 guys from St. Bonaventure, VCU, Ward, where he is from. And this is by design by Iowa State. They literally are recruiting character and toughness.
Speaking of toughness,
they did it in a comeback win here against Oklahoma. Can they do it here again this afternoon?
Let's find out. Harris off the inbound. 25 on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. Working on the freshman Lipsy. Adams going to work on Jones off the glass. Hadn't heard.
Got him to the Final 4 in
Yep.
the Sweet 16.
Very, very good coach. Building slowly. Good recruiting class coming in. No shortcuts.
And that one will go.
Go run and get to the half with a lead. That would be absolutely ideal.
Greg Sherfield with 8.
Good defense. He kept Jalen Wilson on his left hand. Hill did. Excellent scouting report defense right there.
Harris probing. Got Godwin in the air. And then the flip to Adams, who puts it home. And he wants. Team comes. Hill kicks out. Sherfield. Harris tracks it down. Adams! Half points combined for KJ Adams. It's double figures now, 9 straight games. He didn't hit double figures for the first 44 games of his career. What an impact he's been having. And here he is again. And one. Yep. To Jacob Rose, his younger brother. That one's stripped away. Adams at the basket, and it goes. Closing it on 5 to go. The lead is 10. Harris finds Adams and the stuff. Nolan. And McCullough rebounds.
KJ Adams is gassed. Uzan is gassed.
McCullough inside finds Adams for 2. Hill inside left hand. Grady Dick, huge rebound.
Nice pass.
Adams the throwdown.
The dribble, tough shot. Seth Wilson, the sophomore, with the finish.
He had 2 points against Oklahoma State. That was a memorable 2 points.
Averages 4.7 per game. Mentioned with the injury to Johnson, just the trickle-down effect in terms of ball handling. Wide open lane. KJ on the other end, ready to inbound as Wilson will do such. Entry pass inside, Adams Jr.
He looks gassed right here.
Both teams look like they could use a timeout. A lot of heavy breathing.
Now Bill Self recognized that and has his team rest on offense.
Shot clock under 10. Adams Jr. pull up. Free throw. Buries it.
For McCullough. Excellent passer. And he'll do nothing but get better as a passer.
McCullough Jr. off the dribble. Adams Jr. there.
Harmon gets inside, and it's rejected. KJ Adams closed and swatted it away. And now Adams rattles that home. I asked Bill Self. Adams out on Isaacs. O'Banner will try from deep. And Wilson flies in. Fans wanted a foul, and I think rightly so. Lob. Adams got it. That's 4. Instead, it goes the Jayhawks' way. Up 3. Under 3 to go here first half. Good look inside, and the flush for Cation. In terms of bracketology, Joe Lenardi saying 9 teams from the Big 12 would be in. Texas Tech, the lone team, and they're in the first 4 out. Toss inside, mismatch. Adams lost. Hush the lob.
Yep, always against the zone. Yep.
Always against Bill Self. Adams rattles that home. He's got
out the ball when you have a player like Wilson is a smart move.
And Adams throws it down. Isaacs into the paint, lost his footing. Pick up ahead, Adams throws it down.
45. Yep, 13 of 27.
Now Harris goes to work. Pass first point guard. Adams a 15-footer.
I think he's got to go right into a little jump hook right there. You got that guy behind you. Get into the shot you want quickly.
You see the turnover story. 3 already this half for Oklahoma State. Adams. Quick look from McCullough in for Kansas. Wilson. Harris searching. Clock is down. Wilson. Adams. Yes! The 2. Harris, pocket pass. Adams! Got it! Oh, man! Bryce Thompson ties the game. 13 seconds left. Pettiford. Harris. Adams!
6:54. And that's exactly what that reminded me of. Bill Self setting a tone right now because Harvard so far has played very efficient basketball.
KJ Allen strong to the rim. I don't know if he would have. Jay Rice in the game now for Kansas. First time for him to be on the floor this last couple of sequences. Adams kisses it in.
Nicely done.
They had 16-3 run the last 5 minutes and turn it over on their first possession to the Crimson.
Part of the reason they're turning it over is they stopped moving the ball side to side. Early in the game, they made Kansas defend all 50 feet. They're not doing that right now.
Adams in the lane. Deficit at the half. Cut it to 3. And Ajibor the block, but Adams is right there.
Underdog by 31 points. Arizona State made the top 25 this week and got beat by 40. Pretty good effort by Harvard, but
there for Indiana. Stolen away, knocked free by Adams, and in transition on the attack.
They missed him. He got the ball a little bit earlier.
Inside, knocked away, no whistle. Doug Sermons, Keith Kimball, and Brooks Wells are officials here today. Slamming on the brakes and dishes, which he does beautifully up and under for Adams.
Thompson, nice play on the inside, sealed the defense really well.
44-31.
He walked, I thought, there.
Indiana fans thought that was the case. Adams, great job adjusting in.
I will not end, Dave. Stop me, Dave. Yeah. I'm telling you.
It's amazing how many times I don't actually get you started. You start yourself. So. But I totally get 2 years.
Tackle me, though. Tackle me. Because I really think that committee has turned out to be a nightmare. In fact, they're doing away with it starting next year.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark
It has been a big day for the Jayhawks and a big day. McCullough, the Texas Tech transfer, known for his defense, goes with a dish, and Kansas answers with KJ Adams. The Clemson transfer knocks them both down. Kansas has put together a good run. Jayhawks have made each of their last 3 shot attempts.
It's going to be full court pressure by Missouri all day long. Bill Self wants to use multiple handlers and make sure DeJuan Harris doesn't get worn down.
Harris dumps it inside. Too easy, and then a foul. Live this rivalry. He respects this rivalry. He is as competitive as anyone. There will be no slowing down for Kansas if he has anything to say about it.
No, not at all. And he knows the explosibility of Missouri on their home floor. You keep that gas pedal down if you're Kansas right now. Keep expanding this lead. Move the ball side to side. See if Missouri will continue to break down in late clock.
Harris finds Adams. Nobody is there.
What in the to the building?
Well, Missouri has a player on the bench that can add some juice if Dennis Gates decides to go there. Dick works it inside, and Adams converts.
Space for Missouri to operate in.
Harris dumps it off. Adams finishes.
What a push.
Hodge wanted to pass, never got it. And the body language from Missouri not the greatest right now. They don't get back, and Kansas takes it. Late shot clock. Here's Shaw. And the freshman's off the mark. He's only made 2 threes all season. Wilson nearly beat him down the floor. Good recovery by East. Harris dishes, another jam for Adams.
Missouri wanted to trap Jayhawks. Well, he's won it 20 out of the last 26 years. The Jayhawks have won that title, something like that. It runs through Lawrence, and everybody understands it.
Harris, great feed. Wow. East challenged that one. Wilson won the battle. Adams again, and he's just.
That happens at the Fog. Yeah. Pay heed to all that enter.
Trying the lob for KJ Adams.
Trying to get himself to the rim and get a little contact. Just couldn't finish.
Jackson. That one rolls off into the arms of Grady Dick.
You've got to make those to stay in this game. It's a simple thing, but they are layups. That's a giveaway of 2 points.
Really the same problem Seton Hall had the last couple of games in Orlando that they lost, including the one on Sunday to Siena. Adams. Smart. Ball, softball, you name it. If you're a Big 12 fan, got to have it. You can sign up at ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now. Adams, one dribble, goes up. Career high 33 in their win here over Southern Utah, and they needed every bit of those 33 points to beat Southern Utah here at Allen Fieldhouse that night. Adams playing with 4 fouls, lays it in.
You're going to leave his coach scratching his head. Kansas has started this game, I think, really crashing the glass well, which is good to see.
Curl, beautiful.
Good pick and roll. You know, seeing you call games, to get in the call of games with you, just an honor, my friend. And you are one of the true greats.
Well, you're very kind, and you're that part of that next generation that I'm so excited about. You do such a good job. And so.
And Harris the other way for the Jayhawks, down by 8. Championship game here between the Vols and the Jayhawks. And a lot of turnovers in that first half. Adams and one. It's going to be here. He's got 11 to lead all scores. That's from way downtown. And Grady Dick the rebound. Harris, lob, Adams puts it in.
The cheerleaders here yesterday, but she did notice that Four and White can absolutely shoot it.
Off the mark that time, and Harris able to track it down. McCullough gets inside, feeds Adams. Off the glass and in.
Anytime, by the way, that I went back.
If we can connect in with your wife and your daughter, Tiffany and Kennedy might have something to say.
I would be outvoted.
Yeah, you would.
There it is.
The lob. Right side, and Jack Clark buries it. So NC State off to the lead. And now Harris. This guy has a sensational basketball IQ, gets his teammates involved.
Bill Self told me yesterday, he said, I would not trade my point guard for any point guard in the country. And it's a guy that led you to a national championship. Not a great scorer, but does everything so well.
And he finds the big guy.
He embraces the hard parts of the game on the defensive end. Not a lot of kids do. Wow, what a move.
Adams with the follow. Boy Mowers. Harris up ahead, wide open. Page in 2011 for the women in 2020. Last year it was Baylor winning it all on the men's side, beating Michigan.
A lot of value in these regular season tournaments to be considered. 9 out of the last 11 national champions won a regular season tournament the year they won the national title. That's what's at stake at Maui later on, and Bill Self out of timeout.
The emphasis from Coach Roberts today during shoot-around was, guys, look, we need to execute on offense. We haven't been doing that. We need to, when we run a play, we're running it to score. There's Adams pulling his way in.
Defend the three-point line. You got to communicate that Tevian Jones can rise up like that. Didn't catch anything.
And he'll be hearing air ball for a while. It's like more of an emphasis of getting it inside.
Let Wilson make the decision. Good defense from Southern Utah.
Oh, great pass. Points. There he goes again. This time the lob.
Get downhill, get into the lane, force help, then they can kick out of it and continue to play.
And this, to a certain extent, is kind of a size versus speed matchup in this game, right?
In a way, but Duke has tremendous size. Great job getting the ball. A little bit unorthodox, but just fantastic footwork, really good hands, and an excellent feel in the post.
John Shire told us he is very familiar with Ryan Young's game. Of course, he played at Northwestern for Chris Collins, former member of the Duke staff for years, as Adams lays. Side follow for Lively, and Duke has the lead.
Through 2 shot blockers. Anytime 2 shot blockers go after the ball, if they don't get it, it's an automatic offensive rebound.
The lead committed 3 fouls here in the second half.
Well, which means they can be aggressive. I'm not sure they're aware of it.
They're going to play out this possession, obviously, and look to get a stop. Adams. And one.
Presence kind of deterred Andrew Morgan from taking additional craft dribbles to get closer to the rim to try to score over KJ Adams. Caused him to fan it away, and Juan made another great play in contesting the shot.
Up top for Adams with the finish.
For the freshman, was originally from Bismarck, North Dakota, even though it says hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana. Bryce back in the game, up top, edge of floor.
Adams backdoor.
Wow, the
What an acrobatic move by Grady Dick. Great tip. Harris with the lane open. Kind of lost the hand.